The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that a tense and dangerous meeting will take place during the week of April 21st to 25th, and it will completely change the face of the power struggle in the world of Genoa city businessmen. The meeting between Billy Abbott and Aristotle Dumas is not a simple conference between business partners, but a real challenge for Billy, when Aristotle's true identity remains a mystery full of dangers. Billy Abbott, daring and risk-taking Billy Abbott, one of the prominent characters of The Young and the Restless, has long been known as a risk-taker, especially in the business field. However, deciding to connect with Aristotle Dumas, a character whose face he has never seen and whose past or true intentions he knows nothing about, may be the biggest mistake Billy has ever made. While everyone is wary of Aristotle, Billy sees opportunity in this relationship. Will he properly assess the danger? However, a real danger lurks in Billy's eyes when he fails to follow Aristotle's instructions. It seems that in this meeting, Billy will face serious consequences if he does not follow Aristotle's instructions. Not only is he at risk of losing the opportunity to cooperate, but he may also lose his life, which no one expected. Aristotle Dumas, the man Billy doesn't understand. Aristotle Dumas, despite only appearing in recent revelations, has become one of the characters that causes great curiosity and concern. Known as a man of quiet power, Aristotle is not an easy person to predict, and his identity is a big mystery. While Billy may think that cooperating with Aristotle is a smart move, he is taking a risky gamble. Aristotle is not an ordinary partner that Billy can easily manipulate. He is a man with his own goals and motivations, which Billy cannot yet fully understand. Behind his calm appearance, Aristotle may be hiding a calculating plot, and Billy will soon realize that he has taken too many risks without knowing clearly who he is cooperating with. Michael Baldwin and Update's Victor Newman, one of the powerful and always vigilant figures, recently received an important piece of information from Michael Baldwin. Michael, who has been closely following the movements in the business world, warned that the meeting between Billy and Aristotle may take place between April 21st and 25th. Michael understood that this meeting would not be just a normal exchange but would have dangerous moves and many potential risks. With his keen sense, Michael quickly realized that Billy's venture into Aristotle could have a negative impact not only on Billy's company, but also on Victor's entire strategic plan. Michael provided this information as a warning not only to Billy but to everyone else who might be drawn into this game. The fateful encounter. The danger of Aristotle. Although this meeting may have taken place later than expected, with a prolonged broadcast time, this does not make it any less dangerous. Aristotle is a powerful opponent, and once he decides to enter the game, things can change quickly. No one knows for sure if Billy will be able to escape this meeting unscathed. He may face betrayal, or worse, direct threats to his life if he does not follow Aristotle's instructions. Those around Billy, including Victor and Michael, will certainly be closely watching this meeting. While Victor has always been the one controlling the situation from behind the scenes, Michael seems to have recognized the danger early on and is trying to warn Billy, although he cannot directly interfere with Billy's decision. Consequences of risk. If Billy fails to recognize the danger from Aristotle and does not follow the instructions, the consequences may not only affect his personal life but also affect his entire career and relationships in the company. The risk in this meeting may cause Billy to lose control, not only in terms of work but also in terms of personal safety. And in such a calculating and treacherous world, no one can predict the final outcome. This meeting may be a major turning point in Billy's story, a story filled with power struggles, betrayals and reckless decisions. Can Billy escape Aristotle's clutches without paying too high a price? We'll have to wait for the next episodes to find out. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that the encounter between Billy Abbott and Aristotle Dumas, a mysterious figure behind a powerful empire, is becoming increasingly complicated and risky. This meeting is not only a confrontation between two rivals in the business world, but also a psychological battle, where Billy Abbott faces a series of challenges that he never expected. And while Billy thought he would meet the mysterious man behind all the conspiracies, he may be wrong. Will Billy fall into the trap that Aristotle has set up all along? Billy Abbott, risking a mystery. Billy Abbott, as we know, is an ambitious man, always looking for opportunities to rise in the business world. However, in his life there are always risky decisions, and this time, Billy may have gone too far. Being arranged to meet Aristotle, a man whose identity and intentions no one really knows, could be a big mistake. While Billy feels he is on the verge of a crucial conversation where he could uncover the secrets behind Aristotle's powerful empire, he has no idea that he may be walking into a trap that has been set all along. To Billy, this meeting seems like an opportunity to come face to face with the man behind all the power struggles. But in reality, he may not be meeting Aristotle directly, but only an impersonator, a shadowy figure created to do Aristotle's bidding. Victor Newman, alert and the great trap Victor Newman, who has always watched the moves of his rivals, quickly realizes the danger in Billy's meeting with Aristotle. He was not a man to be fooled, and Victor understood that Aristotle might be setting a trap, with the intention of putting Billy in danger. It was no coincidence that Victor was always the one behind the grand strategies, and he would not let Billy walk into this trap without warning. Victor could even have calculated that when Billy met Aristotle, he would not meet the real man he expected. This was the trap Victor believed Aristotle had set, a subtle trap, hidden in relationships, seemingly ordinary meetings. For Victor, the potential danger in this meeting was not only financial loss but also the loss of power and control in a game he was all too familiar with. Aristotle Dumas, the enigma and the sophisticated strategies. Aristotle Dumas was not a man to be understood. Known as a powerful figure behind many important decisions, Aristotle has always tried to protect his identity, creating a veil of mystery that leaves people guessing about his true intentions. While Billy may think he is facing an important confrontation with a powerful man, Aristotle may be observing everything from a distance, never revealing his true identity. This becomes even more evident when we consider that Aristotle may not have intended to meet Billy directly during this meeting. One of the biggest reasons could be that he did not want to reveal his identity. Given the great efforts Aristotle has put into hiding himself, meeting Billy could be a great danger for him. Aristotle is not someone who easily reveals himself and would not be in a hurry to share his personal information with anyone, even Billy Abbott, who Aristotle believes may be taking too much of a risk in this confrontation. A replacement, Damien and new move. So, if Aristotle doesn't meet Billy directly, who will be his replacement? One of the most likely possibilities is that Aristotle will send someone to handle things on his behalf. And who else could it be but Damien, who has worked for Aristotle for a long time and is still in Genoa City? Damien is someone who understands Aristotle's strategies well and can easily act as a replacement for this meeting. While Billy may be disappointed that he won't be meeting Aristotle directly, Damien could be an equally dangerous opponent. As someone who is capable of manipulating and using relationships to achieve his goals, Damien will be an opponent that Billy cannot take lightly. Unlike Aristotle, Damien will probably not keep a discreet distance, but will directly confront Billy to resolve any issues. Billy and the consequences of the encounter. This encounter, although it may not go as Billy expected, will open a new door in the power struggle between him and those behind Aristotle. Not only that, Billy will have to face serious consequences if he does not understand the goals and motives of the person he is facing. If he continues to be led into Aristotle's dangerous game, the consequences may not only be the failure of this encounter, but also immeasurable losses in finances, power, and personal reputation. Billy will have to learn to face the sophisticated strategies and dangerous tricks that Aristotle has prepared for him. And can he escape the control of Aristotle and Damien, or will he be the next in the list of people trapped in this power struggle? Billy's encounter with Aristotle, though it may not go as planned, will be a major turning point in Billy's journey in Genoa City. Once in this world, any mistake can lead to unforeseen consequences. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Billy Abbott is on the brink of a bold move that could completely change his future in Genoa City. While characters like Sally Spectra, Phyllis Summers, and many others are wary of working with Aristotle Dumas, Billy may take a risk to prove himself right. However, not everyone trusts Aristotle, and concerns about his shady ways won't be easily dismissed, whether Billy wants to or not. Billy Abbott, decisive and risky. Billy Abbott, always looking for new opportunities and proving himself, finds himself in a risky situation when he decides to enter into an alliance with Aristotle Dumas. As someone who always sees opportunity in every situation, Billy may think that signing a deal with Aristotle will help him make great strides in his career, but is he taking too much of a risk? Although Billy has always been confident in his abilities, meeting Aristotle, a man whose past and true intentions he knows little about, is not a simple decision. Aristotle is not an easy partner to read, and Billy's doubts about him persist, but instead of listening to the warnings of close friends like Sally and Phyllis, Billy decides to ignore these concerns. Furthermore, people like Phyllis have warned him that Aristotle is not someone to be trusted easily, and any deal with him could have unforeseen consequences. Nevertheless, Billy, with his decisive personality, may sign a deal that he will later regret. He may see an opportunity that cannot be missed, but is the price he will pay worth it? In a world full of intrigue and dangerous business strategies like this, Billy may fall into a trap that Aristotle has set, and Victor's prediction that Billy will make this mistake may come true. Aristotle Dumas, the enigma and the hidden danger. Aristotle Dumas is not an easy partner to deal with. This man is not only a powerful figure in the business world, but also a man with many secrets that no one can fully understand. Those around Billy, especially Phyllis and Sally, all realize the potential danger in allying with Aristotle. They understand that Aristotle's moves are never simple, and there are hidden calculations behind every decision he makes. While Billy only sees an opportunity to advance his career, Phyllis and Sally see the potential danger. Aristotle is not someone who can be easily foreseen. If Billy decides to go down this path, he may fall into a trap that Aristotle has set for him long ago. However, Billy may be too confident in his own abilities and not fully aware of the consequences he may face later. Warnings from Sally and Phyllis. Sally and Phyllis are both experienced people who have seen a lot of intrigue in this world of power. They both recognize the dangers of working with Aristotle, and they are both worried that Billy may regret his decision. Phyllis, always cautious by nature, has repeatedly emphasized that Aristotle is not someone to be trusted. She sees that he has too many secrets and unclear motives, and that joining this alliance could have negative effects not only on Billy but on everyone involved. Sally, although less worried than Phyllis, is no less skeptical about Aristotle. With her experience in the fashion and business industries, Sally understands that people like Aristotle are often more than just partners who can work transparently. Aristotle may be hiding a larger plan, and Billy may not fully understand the danger until it is too late. Both Phyllis and Sally remind Billy that sometimes, overestimating one's abilities in a dangerous situation can lead to serious mistakes. They know that if Billy does not listen to their warnings, he will soon face the inevitable consequences. Victor Newman, the bad predictor. Victor Newman, who keeps tabs on the moves of his rivals and friends in the business world, warns Billy that meeting Aristotle could have disastrous consequences. Victor knows from experience that Aristotle is not an easy partner to work with. Victor's prediction that Billy will fall into Aristotle's trap may not be far-fetched. Victor is always one step ahead when it comes to power plays, and he knows that not having full information about a partner can lead to disastrous mistakes. While Billy believes he is on the verge of a great opportunity, Victor feels that he may be losing control. Although he does not directly interfere with Billy's decisions, Victor will still closely monitor his every move. Disturbing consequences. In the end, Billy may wish he had listened to Sally and Phyllis before deciding to make the deal with Aristotle. After all, his closest friends saw what Billy couldn't, that an alliance with Aristotle might be the wrong move. The secrets Aristotle is keeping could be exposed in the future, and Billy could pay a heavy price for his decision. Can Billy escape this trap and learn a valuable lesson from his mistake, or will he become part of Aristotle's power play? We'll have to wait until the next episode of The Young and the Restless to find out.